Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it. Why not? Shoot. Ooh, I done already made part of my day. I'm waiting on y'all. Let's get with it. Baby Gator at home, chilling. Yeah. Give y'all a few minutes to come in. Check it out. There he is. Tell him what's up, Gator. So how you doing? Just chilling over here. Uh-huh. It's pretty cold outside. Hey, Elaine, look at Elaine caught alive. You get better. I'm getting better. Who get better with this, huh? Me or you? I don't know. It's all good, though. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for coming in this morning. Just chilling. Just walked in the door, thinking about if I want another cup of coffee or is there going to be too much caffeine for me today? But something tells me while I'm waiting on y'all to get in the building, I didn't drink it all. I think I'm going to heat it up and finish it up. Sounds like a plan. You getting better? Okay, I'm getting better too because, I had fallen off the wagon, Elaine. I was doing me. Out there trying to get my life in order with a new job and going through orientation and trying to learn all this craziness they got going on down there. And we're going to talk about stress today. When more people get into the chat, how you handle stress, how do you deal with stress? Because a lot of people are not handling it well at all. And it's going to cause some major problems before it's over with. I'm a hard act to follow. I know. I've been told that all my life, Elaine. Nothing new. I accept that because it's true. Okay. Um, but I try to be good all the time when I come out here. I do. I don't be trying to do nothing but what I do. That's it and that's all. Yes, indeed. So I got to go back early today. What's up, Myra? How you doing? I think I got to leave here at 10. No. Hold on. I got off at 10. I got to think what time I got to leave here. I got to leave here at 12:30 today because I got to clock back in at 12:50. I'm gonna clock in when I get there. Whatever time I get there, that's what I do. Mm-hmm. Hey, what you talking about, Myra? Ain't be you dressed up like it's freezing there? It's pretty cold when I walked out the house. I walked out the house this morning, Myra, at 5:05. And I don't know what the temperature was then, but the temperature now says that it's still 48 degrees, but it felt like 43 yesterday, but today it says it feels like 42. They ain't lying. It's that wind out there that's still kicking. And then we had a little rain this morning. That didn't help the situation none. I told you I got the clothes. I'm dressed for the weather all the way down to the feet. I ain't lying to you. Hold on. I'm not. Look like I'm dressed for the weather. Uh-huh. I'll tell you, all I got to do is start peeling stuff off. Baby Gator ready too. His dad ain't come through, but we ain't worried about him. Uh-uh. We know how to make things happen over here. Yeah. Um, Brown Sugar Baby. I like that name. That's what I used to call my little sister when she was little, Brown Sugar. 8154. Is that your last name or is that just the handle that you use? That was actually our last name, Brown. Good morning to you. Anyway, Elaine, you're true to yourself, and that's the way it should be. I got to be. If I ain't true to me, I'm going to have a serious problem. I'm going to be stressed to the max. And that ain't good. People out here in the world all stressed out and stuff. Bushwatchers, y'all need to hit the like button, please. Thank you. Oh, just the handle? Okay. All right. I'm going to wait a few more seconds and then I'm got to get on with the program because my day is steady passing. But I didn't want to neglect my little sugar because I'm back on track. So I say, well, the only way they going to get back on track is I get back on track. So I'm trying to do my best, to stay on track these days. When I had my times right, y'all was right. Then when I started having to just pop on when I popped on, y'all was all over the place. Yep. But I told y'all, hit that bell. Blacken that bell so you'll know when I'm going to pop on. Because you never know about me. Lane just told y'all about me. I ain't right. I do the best I can with what I got. I can promise you that. Thank you, Brown Sugar. I appreciate that. I wish they would all do that, but I've been preaching that ever since I've been out here. I'm to the point now where it's getting to be a fading thing, you know. I ain't gonna be able to do it. But it's enough for y'all in here. The rest of them will come in when they get in. Let's talk about stress in your life. This is a time of year that you can really get stressed out because of the lack of. Think about what I just said. Getting stressed because of the lack of. It's never going to be too much of. When you're stressed out, it's usually the lack of something. Now, you can fill in that blank with whatever you want to fill it in with. But most people are not going to get stressed behind too much of. The lack of money, always, especially this time of year. The lack of family, the lack of friends, ill, you're not well. It's just a whole lot of things that can really just set you off. Can you deal with it? How do you deal with it? What do you do to relieve this stress? Let's talk about it. I'm going to tell y'all what I do, and then y'all can write in the chat some ideas to give to other people who may be stressed to the max. First of all, I find out what's causing the stress in my life. That's the first thing. You cannot solve any problem until you get to the root cause of the problem. What is the cause of the problem that's causing stress in your life? It's the first thing you got to figure out. If it's a person, you got to figure out one or two things. Either I'm going to deal with this and I'm not going to let you handle me, or I'm going to walk away from it. Me, I'm walking away because I don't want to take my time out of my busy ass schedule to deal with no stress that you're putting in my life. And 9 times out of 10, I don't know you. The people I know are not going to stress me out. It's the ones I don't know that come into your life that don't know you and you don't know them that try to put stress in your life. They miserable. They upset about something in the world. And here they come over here because you all laughing and happy and they want you to be all stressed out like them. If I didn't do it when I was young, don't you even try me and think that you gonna stress me out now. No. This old heart gonna keep on ticking at the right pace. A lot of people in their 40s, 30s, and 40s are stressed to the max. They're in that midlife crisis where they're getting older and they should be at a certain place in life and they're not there. And they doing whatever it takes to try to get there, but they haven't figured out a few things. How are you getting there? Is it going to substantiate you? Maybe you making it today. But how long is it going to last? See, nothing in life is promising. That causes a lot of stress. Everything can be fine right now. When I get up off of this sofa and get off this live and get a phone call that could stress me out to the max. Well, I figured out in my life, ain't nothing finna stress me out. If they call me and tell me somebody died, ain't nothing I can do. If they call and say such and such is in the hospital, ain't nothing I can do. If they call and tell me anything that's outside of my control, that's the first thing I say. Ain't nothing I can do. Nothing. Send up a prayer. Maybe that be it. But If it's something in my control that I can handle, then I get up and do it. I'm not a procrastinator, and I can't stand to be around procrastinators. I can't stand it. It's a couple of things I cannot stand in life. It's a procrastinator that sit up all your life and procrastinate and never get not a damn thing done. I can't stand them kind of people. I don't want them around me. They get on my nerves. And I cannot stand one who does not stop and use their brain and think before they speak or do. Because they'll get you in a whole lot of trouble. When you following them kind of people, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Let me get back up here and speak to my little sugar woogers that came in the house. Miss Angel Edwards is in the building this morning. Have a terrific Tuesday, everyone, and stay warm. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate that. Dropping in. Miss Rhonda is in the building also. Got notice. I'm looking at snow on the balcony. Oh, Rhonda. That's one thing I always was guaranteed living on East Coast. It was going to start around Thanksgiving and we were going to have a white Christmas. I was there 10 years and I had 10 white Christmases in my life. Now, if I never see another one, I'm good. I'm good. I promise I'm good. But I was guaranteed to wake up on Christmas morning and see snow if it didn't come the day before on Christmas Eve. Okay, but I took advantage of it. I have pictures of snow angels that I did in the yard when we lived there. We got out and threw snowballs at each other, and we were like big kids. Yeah, me and my husband, we were like big old children. We did things that were just fun stuff. Uh-huh. Hey, Joy, you hit that love button? I thank you for the love. Thank you. Hey, Sue K, good morning and happy Tuesday to you and each and every one of y'all coming into the chat this morning. I don't let stuff stress me out. I try not to anyway. Yeah, because it's easy to do. If you don't stop and give it a little bit of thought, your mind will just take off. And it's like, oh my God, oh my God. I just witnessed it this morning with the bus driver. She's a stressor. I mean, she stresses about everything and talk. So this morning, she couldn't get the keys out of the ignition. And she thought she was going to stress me out behind them keys. And I'm thinking, if you can't get them out, that means you need to pick up the phone and call a mechanic or somebody who can get the keys out the ignition. Now, her gear shift has been messed up. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Miss Diane, for about a month now. And I thought she had it fixed and everything. So she tells me to turn the car around and pop the thing off the gear shift. And she has one of these voices that's kind of scratchy and hoarse-like. And she doesn't talk real loud, so you don't really know what she's talking about or what she's saying. And she's constantly talking. I'm in the back of the bus. So I got the rattling going on back there from the lift that you let down to let the handicaps on. That's rattling constantly in my ear. I got the chatter from the children. The radio is constantly going off at base, and it goes off in every bus, every conversation. And then I got her up there trying to talk to me in the back. And I've told her, I cannot hear you. I don't read lips well. It's dark outside. Just can you wait until we get to a point where I can understand you? Then when I try to answer her back, I'm hollering across the I said, no, I ain't gonna be able to do this. So she was telling me about this, how to do to pop the thing off, to put the car in reverse. I got in there and nothing popped off. So I backed the car up. Like she told me, turn the car around. Got the trunk going that way like she wanted to go. Then when she puts the stuff in the trunk of the car, I had turned the car off. It would turn off in neutral. Okay, when I went to push it in park, it wouldn't go off it would go up to park. So she go, oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, my God. How am I going to get my key out? I'm like, lady, if you don't know how to get it out, I sure don't know how to get it out. And I don't know nothing about, and don't ask me to back up no car and turn it around no more, because I don't do all that in my car. I go from park to reverse to drive and go about my business. You popping stuff off and you doing too much for me, okay? I don't know how to drive these kind of cars. I ain't trying to learn how to drive these kind of cars. So I remember the last time this happened. She said she had a mechanic down the street. Call him. That's what you need to do. You better call Tyrone down there and tell him either he come up here and pop this thing off for you, or you can drive it down there, it'll drive. You just can't put it in the park. Use your emergency brakes when you stop. Think. So I was like, you ain't stressing me out. No, no way. And I didn't. And that's what she did. And she at home now. Then she gets down the street and she figures out she got the bus key. You cannot leave the campus with the bus key. So then she calls me up and she said, can you come get the bus key and take it and put it back at the bus barn? I'm like, where are you? I'm headed home to talk to my sugar wheels. That's what's on my mind. My mind ain't on what you got going on. Woman, we done. Okay? Work is over until we get back after 1. So she was right down the street. So I said, okay, let me go get the keys. She don't want to come back down here. I go to get the keys. She tell me to put them on the rack in S10. When I get in there, it ain't no S10. Okay? It's the bus number. So I'm trying to think, oh Lord, what is the bus number? And then I look through all the keys up there. Ain't but one left that ain't got no keys up there. So it's got to be your bus number. So I remember Nikki used to be her monitor before she started driving buses. So I'm like, Nikki, come here. This woman told me to put the keys at S10. Ain't no S10 up here. Is this 191 her? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, thank you, Nikki. Let me get out of here and go home, because she trying to stress me out, okay? So that's what I do. I get out from around that kind of stuff. I can't handle it. I know I can't. Let me go back up here. Miss Rhonda say, hello, got notifications looking at snow. That's a good thing if you like the snow. It's very pretty when it first comes down. But after it's there for a while, you know how it get all dirty and ugly looking and all piled up on the side after they've scraped it. I don't like to see it like that. I like it fresh snow. Yeah. I don't know what you want, but stop bugging me. Hey, Sunshine Chronicles, good morning. How you doing? Miss Joy says, hello, Ms.V. I hit the love button. Thank you. I read Suke. Okay, and Myra. Brown Sugar say 100%. No, you cannot let people and situations stress you out. What good is that going to do besides play on your heart and you're going to have to get stressed out to the point where you probably got to go to the bathroom. People who stress going to do one or two things. They're going to eat too much, or they're not going to eat at all. That ain't good. Ain't none of that stuff that stress causes good for you. So that's why I don't fool with it. I stay away from toxic people to protect my peace. You got to. And if you don't know they toxic and they come on one way and they flip and they change the script on you, you change right along with them. When they flip the script, you flip the script too. Yeah, you can flip it just like they flipped it. Miss Joyce says, you're welcome. Elaine says, stress triggers anxiety. It does. Have you shaking like a leaf on a tree? For what? Stay calm. Yeah. I had to get a different mindset. I try to stay as positive as possible in situations that come my way. Good thing, Elaine. Yes, indeed. You might as well, you think more clearly when you don't let things get to you. And you can handle the situation better. You don't think clear when you all nerved up and anxiety pop in, or it could be the opposite. It could go into depression. No, don't do it. Boy stuff. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Hi, how are you doing? Good morning, Queen. What's up, Tagisty? What you did? Brought in the entire garden for you. Oh, love bug, I thank you. And there's some beautiful roses. They lined up in a row going that way and lined up in a row going that way. Thank you. I got 8 vases the other day. I can put them all in a vase. I got 2 of them in here. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with them to just remember I got the little pumpkin? Okay. Look at the vases. I got 8 of those. I put 3, 6 in the bedroom and 2 in here. Now I got to figure out, I was going to do rocks in them that kind of go along with what I got going on. It was going to either have to be rocks or sand, because I ain't fixing to do no plants on them. No, not me. You want some dead plants to look at? Give them to me. To just speaking to the chat. Hi, Laura. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Cool face. I don't know how cool it is, but it's my face this morning. Hey, I ain't got enough hair up here to not be wearing caps out there in this weather, so I'm trying not to get it cold. Not no hair cold. Hey, Shonda, what's shaking? Yeah, we over here trying to talk about stress this morning and how we deal with stress. Most of us do are at this point, I guess, in life where we dealt with it long enough to realize it ain't gonna do no good to get stressed out behind people. Walk away. That's my suggestion. Walk away and leave them going click, dick, 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 dick by themselves. When they know anything, I done cut a couple corners on them. I'm not finna stand there and hear all that. That ain't got nothing to do with the price of bread in China, and ain't got nothing to do with the bills I pay in my house. And by like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your problem. You trying to stress me out with. No, I ain't gonna be able to do all that. Everybody speaking to you, Shonda. So that's what came to my mind this morning when I saw how Miss Diane was just stressing behind everything. But she allows people to stress her out. First of all, I told her this to her face. So if she see the video, it's okay. Let your grown children be grown. All this calling while you at work and trying to do what they gonna do when you gone. They're not gonna be able to make one decision on their own because before they do anything, they calling you. I was so glad when mine got to that point where she had finished school and was off my ticket. Call me with your problems. Your problems are your problem. Do I call you with mine? Okay, well, we good then. Okay. When people stress me, I spray them with the holy water. That's a good thing. You do whatever you gotta do to get away from them or get them away from you. That's a great suggestion right there because it's not going to end up good for you or for them because you're going to end up saying something you ain't got no business or doing something you ain't got no business because you letting them trigger you. That's what you're doing. That's not good. Just tell them, look, I'm not in the business of taking care of problems like that. You might want to go talk to a therapist, a clergy, or whoever can listen to that and deal with it. You ought to know at this point in your life what's for you and what you can handle and what you can't. But a lot of times we bring the stress into our lives because it just seems like such a good idea right now to do this, but you ain't made no plan before you brought the stress into your life that's going to cause you the problems. Did you get up and take care of the business first? When I brought baby Gator into my life, I knew if he was going to represent special needs children, that I had to treat him accordingly. Okay. I just couldn't say just because that's a stuffed animal, I can just throw it around. He can be over on the floor or leave him here, there, anywhere. I shouldn't have never brought him out the store. Call me back. If I was going to do that and then come out here and tell y'all he's representing special needs, no. Eliminate the problem. He don't talk. You don't have to pull no chain like some of them down there talking and going on. You got to put. Excuse me, y'all. I'm still sneezing, but I don't have the symptoms of a cold yet. The devil would use anyone to mess with us. We need to be held accountable for our actions. I believe in that Tagistic. Finna call you holistic. Where is she this morning? Anybody heard her from her or seen her out here on these YouTube streets? Ain't no telling about her either. I talked to her till I was blue in the face about getting herself all worked up out here on these streets. That's not doing your health condition no good. Shonda's in here. She deals with taking dialysis and kidney failure. They'll tell your blood pressure, your pulse. Those are things that are crucial to your health when you're going through something like that. She knows it, but you couldn't tell her nothing. What did I do? Bag straight out and let her do what she want to do. She's a grown woman. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go back up. It's so cold, Ms.V. I came home to make my favorite tea. You said it was 4 degrees yesterday or last night. What's the temperature today? Ms.V., I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. You look like you are going to fly an airplane. With this round. Baby, I was covering up that neck this morning. Okay, I ain't gonna fly no plane, so I'm gonna take it out from around. I ain't gonna never get mad at nothing like that, brown sugar. I tell you, people can have their opinions over here. I'm gonna bust out laughing at most of them because that's what I do. Been a flight attendant, but never a pilot. No. Um, you know how they dress when they flying those two-seaters. Yeah, they be wrapped up like this so they can keep that neck warm. That's what I was doing out there because I was outside a lot this morning. You know, I have to get outside when my handicaps come up. Got to let the lift down. Either she got to let it down or I got to let it down. Either way it go, that cold air was coming in that bus, whether I was on the outside of the bus or the inside of the bus. So that's what I did. Don't be throwing me away like that, Miss V. What you mean throwing you away? How I threw you away? Shonda, be a little bit more explicit. Talk to me. I talk back. Come on. I can't get over this airplane flying right now, though. I got that vision in my head now, brown sugar. Don't be throwing me away. Come on, Shonda. I don't know what you're saying. Y'all type too slow. Type faster. Come on. I laugh at a lot of stuff, and that's how I get past it. Stuff that's supposed to stress me out, I bust out laughing at it. It's 0 today in Canada. Glad I'm in the US of A and not in Canada. I don't think I could handle that. Not now. Nah, them below temperatures and all that, I don't think so. What's up, XD? How you doing? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as you walking up in here. Let me know you want to be here. Thank you for coming over. You said I don't listen, or was you talking? I was talking about holistic, not you. I was on her case constantly when she was out here on these different panels and in these chats and stuff, and telling her, you know, back off. People are gonna talk about you. They talked about Jesus Christ when he was here. You ain't no better than him. You ain't got to address everything everybody say about you. Who cares? Who are they? They ain't doing nothing for you. Go take care of your health. That's what you do. I talked to her 2 or 3 times. Called her up. She wouldn't listen. Asked her when the last time I called her. I ain't doing it no more. Nah, I wasn't talking about you, Shonda. I used to call you and get on you, but you've been doing a whole lot better lately. Yeah, you learning. Jam Ms.V, I am here. Thank you, Jam Jam, for coming in. I appreciate that. Yes. And she's speaking to the chat. I'm missing a whole lot of people this morning. Maybe they sleeping in. And has anybody seen Doki? Doki said she was going to take her spiritual cleansing. Well, baby, she ought to be good and clean when she does come back into the chat, because I think it's been almost 2 or 3 weeks since I seen Doki out here. Yeah. I got to sneeze again. What's all this sneezing all about? Where the nurses in the chat? Where Miss Carolyn this morning? We got a nurse over here. Huh? Where is Miss Carolyn? I need a nurse in the house to answer some of these medical questions. I ain't in the medical field. I don't know nothing about that. I tried, Ms.V, but I broke this morning. Oh, really? Okay, well, I told you, if you don't watch it, you don't know what they're saying. When I went to work, I can't handle watching them and going to work too. So, I mean, they probably could have said a whole lot of stuff about me. But I really love my chat for not telling me anything. If they saw it or they heard it, they didn't come back over here and say nothing to me. And I thank them for it. Okay? XD says, how are you? I'm fine. I'm doing great. And I ain't got no complaints and no problems. Old bones ain't aching this morning or nothing. Arthur not riding this morning. Because I told him he need to go and find somebody else to ride. Because I really ain't got time for him. Normally he be in the knee or in the hand or something I've injured along the way. But not this morning. I'll take sneezing over this coughing. Oh, you got a cough, Shonda? What you taking for it? This is the time of year. Get you some cough syrup. Get you some Vicks, the cough drops. Uh-huh. Um, y'all are still speaking to each other. Yeah, okay. Well, y'all ain't trying to talk about no stress this morning. I guess I'm the only one that had stress on my mind as to how to handle it, thinking about y'all and what you may be going through this time of year with the loss of loved ones, like Shonda taking in a new responsibility in her life, holistic with her health problems, cancer thing, who lost her brother yesterday. I got a lot of sugar woogers over here that's going through some stuff. But just don't try to deal with it yourself. Just give it to him and let him work it out. A lot of times, if you think about it in life, though, a lot of things work themselves out. If you get your hands out of it and you leave it alone, you out here trying to fix it, you just messing it up even more. Leave it alone. No, it looks nice though. I can relate. It's in the 30s here. Okay, brown sugar. That's cold, cold. Yeah, you getting down in freezing temperatures. Now I can't handle that no more. I thank God I'm back down here in the South and not still up there on that East Coast. Oh, I don't think old bones supposed to be on temperatures that low. Ooh, that just hurts me to think about it. Just some cough drops. I'm scared to take any cough syrup due to my BP. I'm make a doctor's appointment today. Okay, that's good, Shonda. Yeah, get your health in check. XD says, I think the world is literally stupid in several cases, but you have to take it lightly. There's a lot of stuff out there now, XD. I can't disagree with you. Yeah, it's things that's happening now that has never happened in my whole existence here on earth. I don't understand a lot of them as to why you said or even did that. It makes no sense to me. Um, to others, it's like, oh, that's wonderful. It's so good that they did that or whatever. No, it wasn't good when they need to be putting food on the table. No, it wasn't good when they driving on a jalopy. No, it wasn't good when you don't have a home at this stage in life that you can call your own, and you've never had one, and you sitting up here 50 years old. Well, don't worry about it after 50. You're going to be on a fixed income soon, though. If you didn't do it by the time you hit 50, don't worry about it. It's too late. It really is. I ain't finna sit up here and lie to you. You'll work the rest of your life. You got 30 years, 25 or 20-year mortgage. No, don't worry about it at that time. Myra says, Amy, I just try to move on because I am not, wait a minute. Okay, move on before I let it stress me out. Yep, most of the times that's best. And don't even dwell on it anymore. Don't even think about it anymore. Let it go. Whoop, over my head. Next. XD, sometimes I feel like people look at me just because of the way I am. Okay, let them look. Or is that you really just thinking that, XD? Or do they really look at you differently? Is that what you're saying? And I'm not sure of the way you are. I mean, however you are, I don't know, and it's none of my business. All I'm gonna say to that is you are who you are. Whether you got one leg, two legs, one arm, no arms, side of the face gone, fingers maybe gone, that's still you. And move out from around those kind of people if they can't accept you for who you are. Do you think anybody would want to be in that type of predicament, mentally or physically? No. But stuff happens. So if they can't accept you for who you are and how you are, get out from around them. It's too many people in the world to have to deal with people you don't want to deal with, or they don't want to deal with you. Let it go. I probably would have been a mental case sitting up in a mental ward trying to put square pegs in a round hole if I had let what people said or did affect me. Mm-mm. They didn't touch me mentally. Not at all. They didn't touch me physically. They said what they said. They did what they did. And I showed them. While you out here worrying about one thing, I'm over here making my life better, doing something different with somebody else. Now talk about it. Oh, so you're not going to congratulate me on my new this or my new that or my new job. Oh, you still on that other play over there. Talking yesterday. Girl, I'm 4 days ahead of you. 4 months ahead of you. I'm all off in the next year planning. You got any plans? I haven't seen nothing you've done yet, but you got time to talk and try to stress me out? No way, Jose. To be careful with saying the whole C word. You can say the 19 or the C19. I heard. Myra, I forget myself sometimes. Stress has increased since the 19. Stress is underrated. It has, because that set us back. The pandemic, it set the world back. There were so many loss of lives. Jobs went by the wayside because a lot of businesses had to close down and stuff. But you got to figure out how you're going to snap back from it. Each and every one of us individually have to figure all of that out on our own, because no two households are the same. Nope. But you got to get up and do what you got to do. And if you can't live like you used to live because of it, then okay, you got to change something. But only you can figure that out. I can't figure that out for you, just like you can't figure it out for me. Shortly after the pandemic, My whole life changed. I was all of a sudden a widow. It had been me and my husband moving around the world doing whatever we wanted to do. I could have lost my mind if I had let it. Benefits left that I was getting from him, paychecks left that I was getting from him. I had to sell off the assets. I had to figure out how I'm gonna invest the money to keep the money flowing. I had to move. I had to go back to the East Coast, unload uh, two houses up there, get the furniture out of one, do what he had said by his children. It was a lot of stress. I was out here on YouTube every day and nobody knew it. Nobody knew nothing. Mm-mm, not a word. Because why bring it out here to YouTube when it was nothing they could do to help me? Nobody on YouTube could do nothing. If you couldn't take off from work and come with me and be with me, which nobody out here could or would, then why bring it out here to you? So a lot of people still out here asking, the big joke that Roz started because she didn't, I didn't show him like she wanted me to. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Why you worried about my man and you ain't got one? He ain't gonna want you regardless. So I just let it fly. hmm When they knew anything, this man was buried, dead and gone. Yeah. hmm Now what? You ain't got that to talk about. See what I'm saying? But that's how people can, I guess that was supposed to stress me out to the point where I bring him out and I show him. Enough people have seen him to know he existed and that what he looked like and everything else in my world. I didn't need to show YouTube nothing. You ain't showing me yours. So how is that gonna stress me out? Girl, you better get on about your business. XD says, I am an American, but now I am in Ecuador. This country is actually very dangerous. It is in what? Latin? Oh, okay. So you are an American, but now you're in Ecuador. Okay. Well, when you coming back home, XD? And why you in Ecuador? Are you working? To say, when people stress me, I pose and think if it's worth responding or stressing over. Same thing here. I'm good at ignoring stuff. I see the play and I see what you're doing. I hear what you're saying. It gets back to me one way or the other if I don't see it. But I'm not going to address it because that's what you want. It's people like that. They with you for as long as you doing something for them. And you helping or you giving or whatever. But then when you're in the same situation they were in, when you were helping them, they ain't nowhere to be found. You don't need that around you. Let them people go on with that fly by night. Because when you look at their life and you look at your life, whether y'all the same age or not, they ain't nowhere near where they need to be and where you were when you were their age. So let them keep doing them. They'll figure it out. They ain't grown as they think they are. Or they would be doing something totally different. Yep. Annette says, happy Tuesday, Ms.V. Happy Tuesday to you, Annette. I think they said that when it first came out, but I've been using it. It ain't did nothing to my page or said nothing to me about saying the whole entire word. And because I slip all the time, I never say the C19. But when it first came out, um, people were saying you couldn't say the word on YouTube, but I've used it in many lives. And like I say, YouTube has never said anything to me or, put a claim or a strike or anything against me. XD says people think that money will actually fall from the sky, but they have to sweat blood to know that it is good money. Unlike other people who believe that life is easy. Ain't nothing about life easy. Mm-mm, nothing. I don't get that. It can be, what's the word I want to use? It's never going to be easy, but it can be where you can deal with it on a regular basis because you know the troubles of the world. If you in the world, out and around people every day, there are going to always be something coming up or, but I always look at it and ask myself, what does that have to do with you? Nothing. That's how I can keep it moving. Mm-hmm. Yep. And some people are just the devil, like somebody said earlier in the chat. They out to destroy you through hate, envy, and jealousy. Those three words have just kind of just taken the forefront of everything in the world. Instead of just do like you did, go out there and work for it. It'll come, but you don't have to tear nobody else down to get it. You ain't gonna keep it, and you're not gonna get far doing that. You got to go and get it on your own. You got to do some work. Everybody was not intended to be able to just talk their way through life, swindle and wheel and deal. Mm-mm. Nope. That'll play out. The best of them, it has played out. To just when it first came out, YouTube had brought it to the content creators' attention before they were deleting comments in the past. I'm not sure if they are still doing it. They haven't done it to me at all. So I don't know either. I lost family members and my best friend of 10 years. I hated that. Yep. But we all got to come and we all got to go. You don't know the hour, you don't know the day. He said it come like a thief in the night. Okay? So there it is. Okay. To just that was then. I don't know about it now. Me either. Hey, JP, what's going on, Real Spills? With Miss Jewel? She shared again. Baby, I don't know. I'm going to have to get you something for being so kind and so nice. Thank you so much. Miss Redneck Ranger. Mrs. Redneck Ranger. Hello, Ms.V. How you doing? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Come on in. Hit that like button. Okay. All right. Let me get down here. Jamila was in the house and she retracted her message. Good morning to you, Jamila. Wait a minute, let me go back up. I'm gonna just call you Miss Ranger. I always got told be strong and be blessed and go with the flow and keep to yourself. Woo, that's a mouthful there. And it'll all work. I always got told be strong. You got to be. A weakling ain't gonna make it in this world. Mm-mm. And be blessed, okay? And go with the flow and keep to yourself. That part is a little confusing with me. How can you go to with the flow and keep to yourself at the same time? I guess I'm thinking if you're going with the flow, you going with the flow of the people. But you mean more so go with the flow of the situations of life and what's going on and keep to yourself. Okay, I think I got it. Jules say goodbye, troll. I don't know why you trolling in here. We don't want you. Jamila, hi, Miss V. My first time seeing you on the tube. I just subscribed. Oh, thank you, Jamila. I appreciate that. Thanks for being so transparent. I know it's not easy telling our truth these days. It's not, but I'm going to do it. Jamila, I don't have no choice. I cannot come out here as a content creator and lying about nothing. I've shown my life. If you go back through my videos, from my humble beginnings of where I came from, my parents, my siblings, my nieces, my nephews, what they're doing, um, places I've lived, um, vacations I've taken. I got to go over on Facebook and get some of the vacations back, I guess, this spring. I meant to do it last spring, but I got into this moving thing. And we can talk about the different places in the Caribbean and places across the United States. And some of these people may be from some of these areas. So I want to do that, when springtime comes, when it's time to really start vacationing again. Um, but thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. God bless you also and look forward to learning more. Okay, come into the chat. I try now since I started back to work after 13 years of being retired. I went back to work with special needs kids this past August and I'm loving it. It's challenging, but I'm a person that like those kind of challenges to see if I still had the patience to do it and to deal with those kids on a regular basis. I love them and they love me. Yep. We get into it sometime from time to time, like this morning when they getting ready to get off the bus. I get the first two off, one that the teacher has to take to the classroom. She's 21, she's at the junior high, but she has to be led by the teacher off the bus. She cannot go into the school by herself. Then I get the next one off, same thing. His teacher comes to the bus for her. Then I start calling them by name, letting them walk off the bus. Otherwise, they'll run over each other getting off the bus. Then I get my handicap off last. He's in a motorized wheelchair, but he's locked down inside the bus. So I got to unlock him so he can roll himself around and then get on the lift. And then you go into the next school. We start off with the high school, then we go to the junior high, and then we pick up the little people last. And that's our 3 runs in the morning. Same thing in the evening. Start at the high school, junior high, and the babies are last. So they get home the latest in the evening. Yep. Real Spill say, you're welcome, Ms.V. I share from the kindness of my heart, not looking for anything in return. You're my girl and always will be. All right, Nisi Pooh. Thank you so much. Carla made it in the building this morning. Hey, Miss Carla, thank you for the hearts and the roses. I appreciate that. Jamila, thanks for the love. Always. I try to give love. Love is free. I don't have no problem giving love over here. Not at all. One of the greatest gifts God ever left us was love. Love each other like you're supposed to love him. But that seems to be kind of difficult on social media, but not for me. Miss Carla speaking to everybody. Miss Ranger says, you're a very beautiful woman, Miss V. You sound just like my aunt. Tell it like it is. At 69 years old, better tell it. Try to help somebody as we pass along the way. I'm glad to have met y'all on my journey. It's nice meeting y'all. Look at Sweet and Sassy done bust off in here this morning. Hey, what's up, Sweet and Sassy? How you doing? Okay. Another new one. Roser Lover. Hi, Miss. I may not know your name, but you are pretty. Thank you very much. That's a compliment at this age to be folks coming in here telling me I'm very nice looking and all of that. Whoa, y'all know how to make an old person feel good. I thank you. And thank you for coming in chatting with me this morning. So let's wrap it up with the stressors. I don't like to stay on longer than an hour because those who catch the replay have to watch the commercials also, because some of them are not skippable. So let's wrap it up this morning. We talked about stresses of life. Basically, in conclusion, my thing was walk away. If people are bringing stress into your life, you don't have to sit there and deal with that. I don't care who it is. It could be your mother, brother, sister, cousin, father, whoever. I don't consider that love if you stressing me out, okay? And you know what you're doing. You know what you're trying to do. No, it's going to be left up to you how you going to get that stress out of your life. But it's not going to be good for you or for them. So just walk away from it. That's the best thing you can do. Don't challenge it. Don't go back and forth with it. Let it go. Go find you something else more creative and more productive and more positive to fill in the gaps in your day. Miss V, you know you got some good genes. Thank you, sweet and sassy. I appreciate that. I put my mother out on the community wall, and y'all were able to pick out which one was my mom out of the 7 sisters. So I think I look a lot like her at this age, because she lived until she was 74. And I'm beginning to look like her twin now. Yep. Um, yes, you can ask me anything. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to answer it, but you can ask me whatever you want to ask me, Rosaire. Go ahead. Miss Ranger, may God bless you, Ms. V, and you have a blessed day and week. You do also. And come back into the chat later on tonight. Sometime between 7 and 8 o'clock, I'll be back on. Can you say Coca-Cola without your lips touching? Coca-Cola. Did they touch? I did it. Now what? You know, said, yes, you can ask and be something as long as it's respectful. Thank you, Myra. Okay, so I did it. Can you do it? Elaine, everyone have a blessed day. You too, and the rest of your day. No. Okay, you just trying me. Okay, then try me then. I was trying to trick you. Why? Why are you trying to trick me? Okay, I'm going to spell this. Kyaw. Is the K silent and it's yawn? Name a currency for an edit. I'ma do soon. A currency for an edit? A franc? Will that work? Okay, there it is. I saw it on YouTube. Oh, okay. All right. Been on here my hour, y'all. It's time for me to get off of here. Swiss franc or other. Either one you want. I just said franc. Okay. That's what came to mind first. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to get myself ready to go and fix me something to eat and sit down and eat me some lunch. And then I'm going back to work, and I'll see y'all later on tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. Hit that like button. Oh, y'all did real good with the likes this morning. I appreciate that. Okay. Take care. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day in spite of. Bye-bye.